Virgo, how you doing? Sorry, I just hit my arm. It's just as I camera. I hit my funny bone. Something to do with funny bones or funny bones. Okay, so Virgo, so I'll have to briefly explain because there's a lot of messages coming in for you guys. Because I heard straight away, which was 21 Pilots, which was I pulled the steering wheel, and it's something to do with a radio, or something to do with like a stereo or a radio. It could be having something to do with a Cancerian and a radio, and it could have something to do with radiotherapy possibly, and also there was a lot to do with someone that hit clinical depression. Clinical depression. Now, I don't want to put the jeepers at people. Okay, so Back to the Future reading is going to be future predictions. I really don't know what's going to come out, but I'm going to have to speak the truth, so I'm just going to stick with those. So the messages are what I've kind of like channeling now and also wrote down, and then we look into messages to do with past, present, and future, but we go over that in a second. So I'm going to have to start with these ones. So straight away I'm hearing that someone like to, in that song was, I had to pull the steering wheel, okay? I had to pull the steering wheel, steer, Cancerian, definitely a big Cancerian in your, I had to pull the steering wheel, something to do with that. I had to direct somebody. Okay, but I definitely feel like there was a big energy. Okay, and I did read some of those comments, and it comes straight back to me now. It's all coming back to me now. There's a lot coming back to you now. Like there seems to be a lot going on in your mind, and because I'm picking up heaven as well. So if you have Leo in your energy, straight away I thought, well, I can't write that message because I wrote that message down for them. But it was something to do with heaven, that there is a message that someone's trying to get through to you from heaven on the other side, because they're saying that there's something for you on the other side of this. So there is something that's good that's going to come out of the period that you've been going through and that you're going through, but there is also saying that there is something for you on the other side, which is from the other side, which is our messages. So if you do want me to channel anything from a deceased loved one or something, you'll have to contact me because I can do all that kind of stuff as well, okay? But I just need names and things, but I can generally do that too. But there might be something on the other side for you, right? So we'll talk about that soon. But I mean, the first thing that I picked up for you, Virgo, was clinical depression. I did, and I picked up well, I picked up some very strange messages, if I'm honest, Virgo. I picked up like a psychiatric ward or a warden or warding or like it's so difficult in order to compromise at the moment, because it feels like I've been warned off, I've been told, and you've been told, I've been told, and I've told someone to back off. And I've told them, and I've told them, and I've told them, and I've warned them. There seems like there's a warning sign, and also a warden, okay? Now, police, or something like that as well, okay? Now, through that, I'm definitely picking up like a warding spell also, like for some. It could be a warning spell or a warden, but traffic warden, or something that is saying, look out for these signs, because there are big signs, and a lot of these signs are coming through as a condition of some kind of mental health condition. That it is because I picked up Johnny Five's alive, or like no input, or whatever that film was, and it was like 5, 5, 5, 5, because I put up fire, a firewall, or fire, or something to do with like a 5, like 5, because I picked up Johnny Five is alive, but an input of 5. Okay, now I picked up also Ward 5. Now, Ward 5, this is just how my spirits literally get me to predict things or say things. So wherever they are, wherever the time is, I can never really predict you exactly, okay? But there is Ward 5. Now, Ward 5 was an institution of a hospital, okay, where you could be admitted into a hospital. I'm sorry, and I'm not saying this is you. I'm just saying there is an energy around that someone out there could be going through this. And if it doesn't relate to you, it really doesn't, but it might for someone. So I have to give these messages out, Virgo. But Ward 5 was an energy where there was doors and they were locked. And you had to go in order to detox. You could go in. You could go into the Ward 5 in order for conditions of possible suicide, and we did go through that for some people. Someone mentioned in the comment, well, I feel like suicide now listening to this. Well, then don't listen to it, because it's obviously not for you. Okay, if it is, it's for someone out there. But Ward 5 was someone that got put into a door and locked in. Now that could have something to do with isolation, that you're alone and you're feeling alone, or you've been shut out. Okay, but Ward 5 could also be someone out there that is clinically depressed, where there can be a hospital ward that lock the doors once you go in, and you go in to either detox or gain clarity back of what seems to be wrong with someone, and they need time out. It's a bit like a timeout, but a guarded timeout with hospital staff. Okay, that's a Ward 5. That can be quite serious for some people, because that can be like big clinical depression or something, because you go to a clinic for it. But it's also a clink for some, which is prison, because I picked up a warden, or warding spell, or warden, okay, which is like a police warden. Okay, now it seems that there are signs, barriers, literally everywhere for someone that needs to look out for these signs. Now these can be physical barriers that are put up between, and a wall between you and your person, or a firewall, or something that is stopping you getting to your person, or to getting for what you want and need. Okay, now that is either a physical door and it's been closed and you can't go in to see the person. Okay, now for some of you, this can be where the police are called in to something to do with where someone out there feels like they are being controlled or manipulated or something, and they are really trying to keep someone out, and they are saying that this door is physically locked and you cannot come back in, because someone is really trying. Because I'm picking up like this, someone doing this spell, right? And I don't want to freak people out, and I'm not saying that they are if you don't know, but I've got to go with a vision to get out what is saying and what I'm seeing. If I see it, I say it. It's catchphrase, okay? But I'm seeing this door, okay, and it has like a warning spell on it, like you know, like Supernatural and things like that, where people can't literally get in, and it could be like the Four Corners or something, or the Four Horsemen, the Four Sisters I'm also picking up, or the Four Brothers, or something like a brotherhood or a motherhood or something like that. But there's four. They keep saying that there's four corners of a wall, four corners of a house, a four-corner stone, or something like that. Okay, the rolling stones or stones, and it seems to be like there's one there, one there, one there, one there, and that's all I have, and that's why that feels to me like a padded cell. I'm sorry, but it is coming across that this could literally be a padded cell, okay, or it can literally be that someone feels like that they're going absolutely crazy through this time, where there is so much isolation that the four walls feel like they're enclosing in, and there could be a lot to do with like breathing. And a lot to do with, so just calm down, Virgo. Honestly, I'm being serious. I really am being serious now. Just calm down, because there's something to do with like needing to find calms, find some sleep, find something, because they are definitely saying that there is someone out there that could well be suffering from mental illness or something, and I mean, I can't pick up this if this is madness or something. Because I feel like someone out there feels like they're going to be going mad. And I'm sorry, but people watch tarot card readings for information, for stuff to come up, for information to look for now. That's why it's a forewarned. Forewarning. They're saying forewarning. Forewarning. So forewarning, you've been warned, which is me pretty much also saying that if you're going through that, take some advice of whatever comes out through your readings. But they're saying that there's something for you on the other side of it. You've just got to get through this time, okay? So they're saying that this time through May could be very compromised for you of needing social interaction. They're saying that there's some kind of interaction that you're not allowed to have or you can't have. And this could either be with children or parents or your love partner or people in general. And there feels like someone is so alone that because they're going through that, because they're Virgo, and also Leo I picked up as well, because I picked up Big Bad Wolf for some reason, right? Now, I don't know who's bad or whatever, but again, it feels like someone needs human interaction, and because they're not having it, they can't engage in their energy, and they can't find this engagement. It's like I just can't seem to engage in anything because so much is going through my head. But I'm definitely picking up a five, like a life path 5, or a 5 of cups, or a 5 of swords. But they keep saying 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, right? 5 Dangerfield as well. 5 Dangerfield, one of my favourite artists, and I can't remember what song that would be. But 5 Dangerfield. The same Danger Mouse as well. Danger Mouse. Oh, my mum had one of those. Sorry. But that was something that I'd done with the Tarot Card Magic video, where I'd done a music video, and that was Penfold on their Danger Mouse. But they're saying something to do with like danger, or a mouse, or something, like a mouse trap. Like something's a trap. Like trap. Okay, if this is that person that is taking all my stuff, that keeps putting straight away on my videos, great video, keep up the great work, and it's the same person by Trap Nation or something, and he puts and it's trap this, and then he changes it and I block it, and then he puts another one, comes straight through, great video, keep up the great work, and it's not, it's someone that's trying to implant something on the channel, and I'm picking that up, and they put it on before I've even released it. If I put it out, okay, and it's not actually come out to the community yet, and it's on like a list or something, they somehow get into the messages of that and put it on. Great work, keep up the great work. Would you like to be friends? And I even started to put, I'm not going to go into that one, but I don't know where that's coming from. But I actually put yeah for a start, no one answered back. Again, do you want to be friends? Spam, like spam, spam and spam. Someone is like spamming someone like a lot, and it's like I'm punishing someone like a lot. Like I feel like punishing them for something that's been done or said, and it feels like I just feel like I need to punish them in some way because I'm being punished. This is coming across as a younger energy as well, as a child maybe, that's being punished for something that they haven't done. Well, they might have done or they might not have done. It's not my life, I'm sorry. But again, well, I mean, it sounds a little bit like it at the moment, but what I'm saying is, Virgo, is that there's someone out there that feels like they're being punished. And it's like, I'm being punished and I'm being punished and I'm being punished. Why am I being pushed out? It's that someone's pushing someone out and someone's trying to pull someone back in. And you're definitely going through something very controlling, Virgo. I'll put that out there. Sorry, but you are. Okay. Because I picked up, what have I wrote? Psychiatric ward was a big energy that came through ward, like warden or warning or something, like a warning, warning, warning. They keep saying that there's a warning sign that someone's like not paying attention to. It's like, we've given you plenty of warning, and we've given you plenty of, like, I don't know why they keep saying that. Like, we've given you plenty of warning, and we've given you plenty and plenty and plenty of warning, but no one's listening. And I don't know where that energy is coming from, whether it's from you, your partner, or the world, okay? But there's warning signs all over the place, and someone's just physically like going about it like I don't know. It's like there's a warning sign, and it's like, well, I know that it's there and there's a warning sign, but I'm just gonna not like pay any attention to what these warning signs are, because I mean this could physically be at work as well. Like there are signs everywhere. This could be social distancing even, right? And there's kind of like signs everywhere saying all of this stuff, and then I don't know, I just seem to be walked straight by them, and it's like, oh look, there's a warning sign, and it's like, yeah, it says warning, but yeah, let's just go through it. And it's like, I don't know, it feels a little bit like the calm before the storm, but I've been warned, and I've been warned, and I've been warned, and I've been warned, and people have been telling me, and I've been listening, but I'm not listening. There's such an energy around this confusion, Virgo, at the moment, that I can't quite grasp what that is, but I picked up let me in, big bad wolf. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. Okay? It's something to do with like a tornado or something. Okay? Or a warning sign. Okay? I'm going to have to... Wow. I'm going to go with that one. I'm sorry, guys. There might be a tornado warning. Or something that's going to come flooding through somewhere. Okay? Is this the person where that water burst before and poor woman got drenched in water? Because it was an outburst of water. But this is now a future prediction of saying like there are going to be warning signs, and this sign and this warning siren, they're saying a siren, a cipher and a siren is going to go, and there's going to be a siren, and it's going to be either like a fire alarm or a car alarm or an alarm, or there is an alarm. Honestly, there's an alarm, a karma alarm, or an alarm bell, or something to do with this alarm. I just keep picking up this arms or alarms. Like I'm very alarmed, like I'm worried. Like, trust me, I can feel it. But there's someone saying, look, I'm worried about this person. Like I don't know, there's something coming through of someone's mental health. I mean, you physically might work in the mental health, and that's why I'm picking it up. Trust me, if anyone out there is watching this and they're thinking it and you're saying that really relates, that's because I'm psychic and I'm picking it up. That's where the messages come from. Is people that are worried about someone or something. But they're so concerned that there is also, they're saying as a future prediction, I mean, I hate to give them out, but I've got to. Like, because I'm also hearing like, I hate to dish it out, but I've got to dish it out. It's like, it's a bit like what goes around comes around. I don't want to dish it out, but I'll give as good as I get. And I don't want to get anything, and I don't want anything, but I'm still going to do it anyway, right? So there's a big stubborn energy around you guys. But I'm definitely picking up like this siren. There's going to be a siren. Or someone's trying to decipher this code or something. But it's like, what are you trying to decipher? Because someone's trying to figure someone's mind out, but they're playing dangerous minds or dangerous games trying to figure out their mind. I mean, trust me, if you're involved with a narcissist, the last thing you want to do is try to figure out the reasons of why it's happening. Don't, because you second guess yourself. You seven, but you second guess yourself. You seven guess yourself at home. 7 is at home, right? So you second guess yourself at home. So, oh God, this reminds me so much of my controlling mother. She could, I'm sure she has Virgo in her chart. I really do. Sorry, Virgos, I'm not saying you, but yeah, gaslighting, serious. Right, so I'm being deadly serious. If that is possible, it could well be happening to you. Who knows, right? But what I'm saying is that someone don't. Sorry, even I can't. It's like don't. I don't know why. Like someone's speechless. Like I am speechless. Someone just cannot figure someone out of what they say. It's like I am absolutely speechless of what you just said or what you're doing, and I'm sorry, but I can really see all of you lot now, kind of looking, thinking, what on earth is all this about? I mean, if it's not relating to you, it's not. But you know, did any of your April readings come true? You know, really look at those, because a lot of my predictions came true. They did. We watched a Pisces reading. A lot of those come true. But I'm picking up that. You know, if you try to figure out someone that plays mind games, if you try to figure that out, you're playing a game with someone that will play a bigger game. Because it feels like this energy of like, well, I'm playing a game, and I'm playing a game of like chess and marking everyone's maneuver or mark. The name Mark. I'm definitely picking up a big name of Mark. Okay. But again, like, I'm being marked. I'm being marked. Again, someone's being scored or warned or scoring. Like warning, like a mark. It's like I feel like I've got a mark on my back, or like I've been scratched. Honestly, someone could have been scratched by a ghost or something. What? Like someone. I don't know if this is entity around. Oh, no, I'm freaking people out. What on earth am I channeling for? Like someone out there could have got scratched, because they keep saying like scratched. Like I was scratched, literally scratched by somebody, that they lashed out and scratched me. And I don't know if this is a rat or someone scratching someone. I don't know. Is this related to you, Virgo? But they're picking up chicken scratch. What on earth is chicken scratch? I can't remember. Chicken feed or chicken scratch. It's like I'm just like six of coins. Chicken scratch, chicken feed. Someone got scratched by a chicken. Did you? Sorry. Did you get scratched by a chicken? And it caused some kind of like illness or something by a chicken? I don't know. Or buy a chicken. Like buy chicken or don't buy chicken. Oh, I don't know what on earth is going on. What is going on? It's something about a chicken, right? An actual chicken or like food and chicken. But it's kind of like, right, I'll give you these ones, right? I go through this, right, with food. Someone is absolutely obsessed about it, right? And I'm not saying eating it. I'm on about where there'll be loads of food and all of a sudden the freezer's been turned off somehow, and some of it, but not all of it, there's no water anywhere. This is gaslighting, serious, where you're like, I've just got to cook all of this stuff because I accidentally turned off I don't want to go into my life. But again, you question it and you think there's no possible way that could have happened. You know, and all what was built up has now just been destroyed. And I have to quickly cook it and get it out real quick so I can go and get some more waste load of stuff and then get it out, get it in, get it out. It feels like the things are being turned off turned off and turned on, and it's driving someone nuts, and they're like, I'm sure this is gaslighting. Honestly, that's what I'm picking up. That someone is purposely, this is coming through as also through the Leo energy. And another reading where it's like accidentally on purpose. Like I'm doing something accidentally but on purpose. It's like, oh, whoops, I've done that. I didn't mean to do that. And they're trying to make up that they didn't actually do anything when they did do it actually. And someone's trying to figure that out and think, I'm sure I'm detecting all of this stuff going on. This is weird. Like some things that are being turned off and being turned on, or like a light, and you might be frightened that there's a ghost around you or something, and that lights are going on and off. But some of you, this is like a narcissistic gaslighting, and someone, because that's lighting, right? Where all of a sudden something just gets turned off, and you're like, well, I didn't turn it off, and you're like, well, you must have done. Or someone's questioning the fact that something's happening when it's physically not, and someone's doing it, but they're saying to someone else about, oh, this just happened, and let's just carry on and do the same thing, and you're like, oh, hold on a minute, I need to figure this out. Is this really happening? Honestly? Gaslighting. It's coming up, Virgo, I'm sorry, but it is. That someone is doing something, right, and then they're presenting themselves as physically actually not doing it. That's gaslighting. If something's happening and you try to tell somebody something, this is why you do not ever communicate with anybody if you're going through that kind of period, right? Now, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not saying anything about a condition of illness, but what I am saying around gaslighting and things like that is that you don't communicate with the person because you get drawn into there trying to figure out what that is. Sorry, I was halfway on a rant of a channel or something then. But because I feel like someone is doing it accidentally on purpose, right? And then people are kind of like, well, I'm sure this is going on, and I'm sure this is happening, and I'm sure that this person's doing that. But in order to be sure, someone's from Ireland as well. But in order to be sure, we just need to make sure. Like, we just need to check up on this person just to see if they're all right. There could be some kind of like senile dementia, maybe, because I did pick that up through another reading of Gemini, I think it was, right? Some kind of senile dementia. But I also picked up dementor as well, dementor. A mentor as well, possible mentor, that someone's helping someone out. But I'm definitely picking up where there's an energy, just lately through these readings, if you check up on them, where my readings are now changed, and it's gone from one now to a condition of someone's mental health. It just keeps coming out through these readings I've just been doing. It really does. Okay. I'm picking up the squeeze as well, the squeeze. But I also picked up some film references, and I've got no idea why they got me to look at this one. But it was Mama, you done bad, which was from the Goonies, right? And it was something to do with someone's mum, right? Which is something to do with someone's mum that dropped someone. Well, sorry, through that film reference when he said, Mum, you've done bad. And she said, well, I only dropped you once. Well, maybe twice. Something like that. Because that's what she said to Sloth, right? Or maybe I dropped you once. Well, actually, well, maybe twice. It's something to do with that. Someone getting dropped once and then getting dropped twice. It's like, I need some drops of something. Drops of Jupiter. Drops of Jupiter. Right, a great song, right? Drops of Jupiter. But Jupiter, something to do with being Jupiter energy. That I don't know what's happening in astrology, but they're saying something big's happening with Jupiter. So you might have Jupiter, which would be your masculine side, right? Your masculine. So it's something to do with your masculine and feminine energies. Jupiter, yeah. So Virgo. So you might have Virgo in Jupiter, right? And Virgo sun sign or something, but it's something to do with your Jupiter placement, right? So look, see where that is. And also your haven, your mid-haven, because I'm picking up heaven as well, like heaven. But again, if you are watching from a Leo reading, right, because I'm sure you came up in that, then there was a message on the other side for a radio, or something to do with a radio, right, or a signal through a radio, right, that I might have forgot to say, because that was hopelessly devoted to you, right. So I pick up Johnny, the name John, or Johnson's, or Johnny, Johnson's, Johnson. Again, that came up from before. Johnson's, Johnson, or John, John. I keep picking up John. Okay, someone from chat is, are you watching? John. But John, right? John. Short for Jonathan, right? Jonathan. But Johnny is alive. It's like being monitored or something very strange is in the neighbourhood, Virgo. And I'm gonna stick with those guys. I have to stick with what, well, possibly what everyone's thinking. You know, try channeling it for people that want to hear it and then don't want to hear it. You know, that can be a game within itself of people needing to hear stuff but don't want to hear it and don't like things when they hear it, and that gets very controlling, and that's the energy that I'm picking up. It's like, I do not want to hear it, but you're going to hear it. It's like there's some kind of hearing as well, that someone's suffering from their hearing. It's like I can't hear anymore, like I just physically can't hear anything, right? Sorry, Virgo. Very strange messages for you guys. So what we're going to do is now Back to the Future. That is your possible, can't 100% say, but I have to go with it because they did for me in my own. Our future predictions, okay? Possible timelines of stuff that's happening now. So then what we do is now we look at the past and we go back to have a look, because I don't normally do the last half of April or the last half of the month. So what we do is now is that we kind of do, but we look at what's been happening, okay? And then on the other side, we look into the future of the future for May, and then also channel messages for that, okay? So I'm not going to read that in reverse because these kind of are in reverse. This is like, look, I really need to get your attention. Why will you not look at me in the eyes? Why can you not tell me? I really need to know something, but why can't you look me directly in the eye, and why put your head down? It feels like someone tries to avoid giving someone any attention, and they've been putting their head down. It's like in shame. It's like I put my head down in shame. I can't believe that, you know, because this is the before, and I go with what I feel from the card of how it looks, and how it looks is like, it's like I need you to put your head down, and just keep your head down. I just need to keep my head down. I need to persevere forward and just keep my head down. I need to not intervene with someone if those channel messages are right. And that I just need to keep my head down and just keep persisting to go forward. And completely try to move forward and try to stop overthinking. 5 would be here. See, Johnny 5 is now alive. Okay, so whatever died is now starting to reignite itself again. But gaslighting, be very careful, because that energy is being told to me, right? Fire sign energy. Doesn't have to be them or you, but again, be cautious. 6 is a sign, right? 6 are sirens and signs. They are a sign of getting through something, a sign of coming from 5 to 6, right? So there are signs that you have possibly been trying to keep your head down and muster through it, right? But again, this energy feels to me as if it's an energy of like, I need your attention, I don't want to give it, right? The Tower. I knew it. This is very difficult to get through, right? Someone at home. Very difficult to get through. Because the Tower strikes. In reverse, it hasn't. So it is avoiding. It's in reverse. Pretty much. It's the back end of things, right? So I need to avoid someone at home, or I'm avoiding. The Tower hasn't quite hit. This news didn't land on very good ears. They didn't listen. The Tower listens because it happens. So whatever happened, it felt like someone didn't want to know. They didn't want to listen. It's like, I do not want to listen. I do not want to hear the truth. It's like, can you handle it if I tell you? It's like, I really don't know. Because if I do tell you, it feels like that you're not listening anyway. And when I do tell you, you just have a complete outburst. So what's the point in me actually telling you I have to keep myself quiet? I have to put my head down. I have to get myself away from this person, because if I do have an outburst, they possibly use this Tower against me, and they say things. You know, that Tower is walking on eggshells. It's walking on sunshine, right? So it's walking on eggshells. So I have to avoid someone at home. I have to avoid them. There's one child missing out of two, I've just noticed. If you have 3 kids, there's 2 at home in this window, and there's 1 missing. There seems to be someone missing. It's like I'm missing someone, but I'm also missing. It's also I appear missing, right? Which is Queens of the Stone Age, I appear missing. I appear missing, like in this connection. I can't be with them, like, but I physically can't say what I mean. It's like I just can't say it. I mean, it might be, your love connection might be okay, but for this, there's an energy of like, I can't physically say anything to this person, because it doesn't matter what I say, there's always a negative. There's always a negative. Because this can be, well, for 2, this is very positive. Sorry, wow, what are you saying? This is positive because it hasn't actually hit someone yet. It hasn't hit someone yet. Let's see. Oh, it has. Sorry. It hasn't. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down, so I've got to leave. I've got to go. I can't stay. I can't stay with you. I can't be with you. I've had to leave this behind. I had to walk away from this. I can't handle stuff that goes on at home. I feel like I'm trapped. I feel like I'm stuck in this tower, just looking out my window, looking at people that are not there. This is physically, some of this is physically not even there. You know, the 10 is something that's either there or it's not, because it's done, right, and it's over. And because of what I'm picking up, it's like I'm just drifting into the fade. I look out the window and there's no one around. There's no one there. It seems like there's no one there for me. It's like I really need this help and I really need support, but there's no one there. Like I physically can't reach out to anybody, and people try to avoid me. That's what it feels like. But someone could be avoiding someone that is really going through something very controlling with someone because they don't know what to say to them. They don't know when they're going to lash out with that tower. They don't know when that will erupt. You know, it's like there's just an eruption ready. Okay. But again, this is like I'm looking out the window and there just doesn't seem to be anyone that cares for me. There's nobody that seems to be around. It's like I'm alone in all this. It's like I want the attention and I need it, but I can't seem to get it. From a Pisces, impossible. But I'm heading towards them still. Heading towards them. You definitely came up in the Leo reading. Pisces did as well. Right? But this is like stretched. It's like I'm stretching myself as far as I can go. It's like I can't reach out to anybody any further. I can't stretch myself. I can't stretch. I don't know why I'm picking up stretch. Stretch Armstrong, maybe. But I can't stretch myself any further. I can't reach you. I just can't seem to get through to you. I can't reach you. I can't reach you when I really need you. When I really need you the most and when I really want you the most, I can't seem to reach you. It's like I just can't seem to connect with what it is that you want, and that I can't reach you when I need you. Like I can't be there physically. If that's to do with a radio signal, your signal from the tower goes out from your mind. That's an awakening. And trying to reach someone through this energy of the tower of not actually hitting, it's not. You're not communicating on right terms, right? On right terms. It's a bit like right turn, Clyde. We need to go back. We need to go back to Jack, back to black. We also need to go back to black, back to rehab. Some people need to go back to a rehabilitation centre, possibly, or go back to a centre to ask this tower. Because that could be permission as well, from where you work as well. And I need to ask permission. But we need to go back to black. Or we need to go back to Jack and Jill. Let's see. Ill. I'm also hearing ill. I am picking up ill. Wow. That's my life right there. Dear. There's a basket right there. There's a basket right there. Oh, dear. I mean, that's my life, it's not everybody's, but wow, try dealing with that confusion. But again, this is trying to give someone a handout that don't want to listen. 4 is like, I need a break, I need a rest, I can't give you a hand. It's like, I can't give you help. This is like, help. I need somebody help. I can't show you this card. But these two people here, is one is like reaching down to offer to get someone up. It's like, well, look, I'll give you a hand. I'll give you some help. It's like, do you want help? I'm there to give you help if you want it. But someone was kind of like, I need to take a break. I can't physically muster up all this strength to go through this, So physically can't possibly be with you at this time. But again, someone seems very helpful. But are they? When you come out of this tarot card reading, right, and you look at your life, Virgo, right, is there someone around you that's very helpful, but they're really not helpful? Like, they'll do a load of stuff, but they're really not helping the matter. Helping the matter is how you physically feel within yourself. That's where you find what the matter is. That's why you floodgates come out and you put it down on paper and things that we go through over on Skype and all that kind of stuff, right? What's the matter? Ask yourselves, what is the matter, right? If there's nothing matter with you, but you're connecting with someone and you feel like there's something matter with them, then do your best to not. Like I said, karma's very catching, and when you overthink something, if you actually talk with someone, you're going to pass that over to them, right? Someone passed over, crossed over. Someone literally crossed over, and they physically lost someone. Through that Leo reading, these cards that I drew out here was Scorpio energy of the death card. This is also Scorpio energy, right? It's rebirth, okay? And this can be a physical loss of someone passing over, right? So that is possible that someone, like, physically either one has just or has in the past and physically can't get over something or someone. Like, they physically can't just let go. It's like, I can't physically just let go of this in their mind, of things that they've lost in the past. It's like, trust me, when you've gone through physical pain and loss, you ain't never going to forget that, especially if you're dealing with a Pisces. I'll give you some information about Piscean, right? Pisces, they will forgive all day long. They will more likely forgive. Depends on their conditioning, pretty much. But they'll forgive all day long. But I guarantee you they'll never forget, right? So what you do is that you don't force your energy upon a Piscean if that energy is there. Because the more it happens, like if there are mind games and manipulation between people, and this is for everybody, right? If that happens, the more that happens, you don't get to ever forget that. That stays in your head and your mind for a long time. And you don't never get to forget that, right? You don't. It's not possible for anyone just to forget their past or their conditioning of what's happened for a very long time. And because of that, right, what you don't do is really communicate with others when you're feeling that way, right? You don't. Because there is social distancing here, and there is a distance between 10 and Pisces, right? But the more, if this carries on and carries on and carries on, the reason why that carries on is because someone can emotionally shut down through the Four of Swords, okay? Because it's also still the Four of Pentacles. It just doesn't matter if it's the Swords. Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles is blame and everything else and protection and blocking. Four is mind, right? So my mind is exhausted by trying to keep up with someone. Has been. Because I don't know why they're picking up this is a has been. Like, it's a has been. It never was been. I don't know why. Why do they keep picking it up? Ben? Or it was a has been and never was been. It never was. Because I'm picking up like an energy of Tiz was that used to be on a British television programme. Tiz was. It's like tears from a clown. Right? Tears from a clown. Tears. Tears in heaven. Tears in heaven. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Yeah. Would you know my name? Tears in heaven. Okay, Virgo, I've got no idea where they're coming through as for your future predictions, but let's have a quick look at the Tower, of what the Tower is about. Okay. money. These same cards came out. That came out through Leo just now. The Queen, the King, and the Queen. Queen. Coins and air. Sorry, I'm getting frustrated. This is someone's really going through it at home with their parents, like big time with their parents. This is someone where they are literally cutting them off at the knees. That's cutting someone off at the knees. They're going through something very controlling with a parent. The Queen will come at you any information that is needed. I need information. I need information. I need information. I need information. Right, but again, it caused a fight between families, a rift. It caused a rift between work, money, standing up for one's rights, one's need, emotional need. You went from 5 to 6 to 6 back to 5 again. There's 5 is alive. It ignited someone again to bring something back to life again. A cycle replayed itself out again. So if you're Pisces watching, you can remember I said that king turned their back on this devil energy. Yeah, sure, but I also said you'll get sidewinded, not actually realise it's going to happen again, where you knew it was going to happen, and it did. Again. It did again. So I'm trying to fool and trick someone's mind into believing that something that is really not there, that is there. You know, so be very careful. Because it is there. It's quite apparent that it's been here, right? So we're going to leave that because obviously people don't want to know too much about their past. But oh well, I mean we're going into like what's been going on through April. But again, you know, it's possibly whatever that was is was of stuff that's still ongoing. You know, it's also an emotional outburst that someone has because there is a lot of alone time feeling and needing of one's attention, but needing to find oneself through that. Okay, but I'm going to stick with my channel messages that if someone needs physical help, then you can reach out. But also, if you are going through something very controlling with someone, then you're going to have to do your best to not tell them any information, really, because they can try to just get your attention. It's like, hi, hello, I'm trying to say something. You know, they can become very violent when you don't answer them because they want to wind you up. Okay, when it comes to family and stuff like that, that could get very confusing when they actually think that they're winning, but they're actually not. They're actually going backwards and they're going down. So the best thing you can do is to get through that by barely communicating with them at all. Try to get to the stage where it doesn't bother you anymore because you look down at the person and just think that's pathetic. You know. So you get to that stage in the end, but trust me, they'll pull any rabbit out of the hat to try and think that they're winning. But I really do feel that around your energy, and I don't know why, because I will stick with those channeled messages personally. Okay, that was what could have well been going on. Okay, also through the tarot cards. But you know, so what we do now is we look on the other side for your May. Still literally only $5, guys. If you want to join, you get Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Also your partner, if you want to watch those, or friends or people, you get to watch everything for $5. Okay. And I'll do these ones, and then after these we do the dark side reading, intense dark side reading. If you haven't watched them, please make sure you go to the playlists and you can find everything below. Okay, but the intense dark side reading is you versus them of what we did last month. Also channel messages, and they will be done and they'll go over there too. Then what we will do is for your May, for this time, we look for a full spread and then also channel any messages that I can for your actual May reading like I would normally do for now. Okay, and see how we compare everything together. Ask some questions, clarify some cards, and see what's going to happen for you guys for May. If you want that, you can find the Shama section for Patron. It's $5. If you want to reach out for a personal reading, you can also for a Skype call or tarot card reading. The link is below for their email. Also, any Lucid Dream tarot music or anything else that I run, the music, the film scoring, all that kind of stuff, intros, you can sometimes find it here, and then also find it just over on Lucid Dream tarot music if you wish to join. Okay, but everything is below. Thanks very much, Virgo. I hope that you're okay. You know, if you want to reach out, you can do. My services are there if you want to talk. Okay, and I will hopefully see you over on Patreon. Thanks very much, Virgo. Catch you again soon.